Hey guys, Nathan Aviation here, and today we are showcasing my 787-8 or the B788 for the users of the ICAO code. So here we have more or less 40 something liveries, I think, for the 788. So let's start here for the American Airlines livery. Here we've got the November 800 Alpha November. The 787-8 was a little bit easier because I copied lots of the liveries on the 787-9, and then I just basically copied tail and the paint scheme, lettering. I copied lots of things to make my life easier, right? So here we've got the American Airlines. Here we've got the Ego and the American logo here, the American Airlines lettering. The registration with the American flag, and the American flag on the tail, that's the American Airlines logo. Moving on. Here we've got Juliet Alpha 814 Alpha, a All Nippon Airways 787-8 also. Starline's logo there, ANA logo here, the little blue stripe that goes all the way up into the stabilizer, where we've got this dark blue with a little light blue stripe on the end, with the writings of ANA, All Nippon Airways, on the tail, and the registration right here with the Japanese flag. Here we've got the Qatar Airways livery. Here is Alpha 7 Bravo Charlie Alpha. So basically here we've got the Qatar lettering also on its belly. The engines are the first ones that are painted after the ANA. So here we've got the Qatar Airways logo. I copied this logo from the 777 and after that from the 787. So yeah, pretty much copied just the logo from the 777. Here we have it written Dreamliner, the registration, and the Qatari flag. Okay. Here we've got a new livery finally. That's the Air India livery. Actually, on the 787-9 or the Air India livery is actually the Vistara livery, because Air India, before they merged with Vistara, didn't have the 787-9ers, only the 787-8s. So that's basically what we are representing here, because Vistara didn't have any 787-8s, they only have the 9ers. So so Air India now have the 787-9 with the Vistara livery, and the 787-8 with their normal livery. Here this aircraft's registration, Victor Tango Alpha November Juliet. I don't know what's the name of the logo at Air India. I call it the Sun. So here we've got the logos on the engines. Here we've got it written Air India in their language, and here I just copied, I just flipped it, but it's supposed to be written Air India. Okay. Dreamliner registration, and then the Air India logo on the tail there, with this little red thing going around the horizontal stabilizer. Here we've got Japan Airlines, or JAL if you prefer. This is Juliet's Alpha 821 Juliet. Basically an all plain white livery with Japan Airlines written here, the Japanese flag, and the Japan Airlines logo back here. I forgot the name of the bird. A friend of mine told me what's the name of the bird. Obviously in Portuguese. I don't know what the name is in English. I forgot the name in Portuguese, so yeah. Sorry, I don't know the name of the bird at the Air India, at the JAL logo. But here we've got the registration. Sorry about that. I literally don't remember. Here we've got Alpha Tango Juliet, an Ethiopian Airlines 787-8. I've already saw one at Atlanta when I traveled there to the United States. I saw one at Atlanta. Uh, it was pretty cool. I saw it from the international terminal, from Terminal F check-in area. It was just amazing that. Uh, Basically here Starline's logo, Ethiopian, written right here all the way to the pilot, basically to the start of the pylon line. Dreamliner, the name of the airliner in their language, and the Ethiopian logo. It's just crazy. That's just beautiful. Their logo. It's basically the flag colors of their flags, right? And the registration. Another new livery after the Air India. Now we've got Avianca or Avianca. If you are from Brazil or Colombia, we tend to say Avianca, not Avianca. But here we've got November 780 Alpha Victor. Basically the Colombia flag here, Starline's logo, Avianca, their little bird they have here on the logo. I don't know what's the bird supposed to be. Red engines, first time I caught red engines. And then the Avianca logo was pretty cool to do. It's pretty different from the normal things, right? So yeah, pretty cool. Here we've got BA, British Airways. That's Golf Zulu Bravo Juliet Alpha. Okay, British Airways Speedbot right there on the fuselage. British Airways written here on their sides with their crest here, and then the British Airways tail logo here on their stabilizer, with their registration in blue, the England flag. Actually, that's not the United Kingdom flag, that's only the England flag, and the blue belly with this very neat blue stripe here. Blue. I discovered what's the block to do the blue trapdoors, the dark blue trapdoors, so I've used here but forgot to use here. Yeah, sometimes I am pretty dumb, sometimes. Only sometimes. Here we've got my favorite airliner, United Airlines, the airline of the friendly skies. So yeah, this is November 2904. Unfortunately, not Uniform Alpha. I discovered recently that United Airlines have already two 787-8s on their new livery, the Evo Blue livery, but I discovered right when I finished it, the 787-8s. So I didn't do it. So basically here we've got the Continental stripe, the gold stripe, but a little bit stylized for the 787-8s, and also the 780 for the 737 MAX 9ers and 8s when they came out. Starline's logo over there, the United lettering over here, American flag as always, registration, and the Continental globe here on this beautiful tail logo. Here we've got another airline, Air Europa. We had already this one on the 787-9er, but I think on the 787-8 it looks way much cooler. This is Echo Charlie Mike November Sierra. So SkyTeamer, the Air Europa is a SkyTeamer, so we've got the SkyTeam logo, Air Europa here written on the fuselage, and the Air Europa logo with the Spanish flag, the registration, and the Dreamliner written as always on all aircrafts. Here we've got Jetstar, the worst airliner of all. For me, the worst livery that I did at all. That's Victor Hotel, Victor Kilo Delta. So here we've got written Jetstar with the star, something written here. This orange belly doesn't looks good. Registration, Australian flag, another star. Here we've got written Jetstar, and then here on the belly also written Jetstar. Pretty terrifying, this livery, I know. We've got now China Southern Airlines. This is the Bravo 2725. So we've got the pretty strange China Southern livery where I can't describe this livery. I don't know what's supposed to be. I only know that here we have written 787 China Southern, and China Southern in their language, the Mandarin or Chinese, right? And the China Southern logo here. Here we've got Hainan Airlines, another Chinese airliner, because Chineses love the 787. Never saw someone that loves more the 787s than Chinese guys. Chinese airliners, they love the 78. Here we have Bravo 2739. Hainan Airlines. My past video on the 787 was in Portuguese, so maybe I need to explain some things. Here we've got the reds with the golds of communism. Hainan Airlines here in Chinese and here in English. Also here in the other side, and this pretty strange logo that I can't even describe because it's so strange. Here we've got Latam Chile, or as here in Brazil say, Latam Chile. That's how we say here in Brazil. Here we've got the Charlie Charlie, Bravo Bravo Juliet. A pretty standard livery for me. Here I live near the Congonhas approach, so pretty much I see this livery every day here. Latam logo. Here we've got the Latam lettering, another Latam logo here on the belly. Almost on the belly, because I used to call this area here where we've got the wing box larger area, the belly. Here is the front section, belly, and here we've got the Latam tail with these Chile colors. They said that is the South America colors, but no, it's only the Chile colors, only the Chilean colors, because I don't see any green, any yellow that can represent Brazil, for example. That is another country that have a big influence over Latam. It's the biggest Latam that we've got is Latam Brazil, but I can't see any green or yellow on this livery. Only the blue that's part of our little ball on the center of our flag. Your registration and Dreamliner. Here we've got another terrible livery, Scoot, the low cost of Singapore Airlines. This is November 9er Victor Oscar Foxtrot Alpha. It's a terrible livery as always. I don't like the Scoot livery. Just white and yellow doesn't have too much contrast on their livery, so it's a pretty hard livery and not good to do on Minecraft, and it's hard to see it. I just hate to see it, see this livery and try to do something with that. Another new livery, Kenya Airways, I think it is, or maybe Kenya Airlines, I don't know. I think it's Kenya Airways. Uh, 5 Yankee Kilo Zulu Alpha. So, red engines, another one that paints their engines after a while. Here we've got it written Kenya Airways, the spirit of Kenya, I think it is, or maybe the spirit of Africa. Dreamliner registration, and another cool tail. I found it pretty cool, pretty creative, the tail, because they have all their national colors, the little black, the reds, and the green, with the big K here on the center of the fuselage and this little white line here dividing the red and the green. Just pretty creative. Yeah, pretty cool, that livery. We've got Aeromexico, the Mexican aliens. November 964 Alpha Mike. So here we've got the Aeromexico logo, the little red stripe, the Mexican flag, the blue tail with the Aeromexico, I don't know what's that supposed to be, Dreamliner registration, and the little red over there on the tail. Pretty cool also. Here we've got Air Canada. Air Canada is another Starliner. Pretty cool, right? And this is Charlie Golf Hotel Papa Quebec. So we've got the Canadian. I forgot the name of the. Yeah, I forgot the name. Yeah, I forgot the Air Canada logo. I forgot the name of the thing. The Air Canada writings here, the Air Canada lettering, and also the Air Canada logo in a black plain backdrop here on the tail. I love Air Canada's new livery. I prefer the old one, the cyan one on the aircrafts. But Air Canada's new livery, it's pretty cool. All black gives more contrast. It's a different livery because we don't have too much black liveries on the aviation markets. So yeah, pretty cool. Here we've got lots Polish Airlines. Actually, I have a little Polish heritage, so that's also pretty cool. There's a Sierra Papa Lima Romeo Alpha. Sierra Papa remembers me of the state of São Paulo. Here we abbreviate to SP. That's where I live, state of São Paulo. Pretty cool. Lots Polish Airlines here. Also Starlines logo because they are Starliner member. They are Starliners. The lot written here on the belly of the aircraft. Dreamliner registration in the lot Polish Airlines logo here on the back. Here we've got TUI Fly. This is the Golf TUI Bravo. So Tango Uniform India Bravo. I told last video in Portuguese obviously that almost every livery I choose was with almost every registration I chose was with an intention, but this one I just took whatever registration I didn't say it was TUI Bravo. But okay, right, it's copied basically the TUI livery that's back there on the line on the 787-9er. Just copied that. So TUI here on the engines, the TUI little gradients here, the darker blue registration Dreamliner, and their logo here on the tail. Also a pretty cool livery. Sorry, that's a pretty cool livery because it gets out of the standard white that we've got on normal liveries. So yeah, pretty cool. Here we've got another Japanese airliner. I think it's not only the Chinese that love the 787, but also the the entire Asians love the 787. I think so. That's the Juliet Alpha 824 Juliet, a Z pair that is a low cost airliner 787-8. They only operate the 787-8. So here we've got it written Z pair, the little blue stripe here, the registration in their tail, their logo on the tail. It's pretty creative, also pretty cool. Here we've got Royal Jordanian, also another new livery. Here we've got basically two new liveries in a row, counting obviously the zipper livery. So three new liveries in a row. Here we've got Royal Jordanian with Juliet Yankee Bravo Alpha Alpha. Basically an entire gray livery. That's cool. Darker gray than the American Airlines and Qatar Airways, so that's even cooler. A little gold stripe. We were supposed to have another red stripe, but we didn't have any space. Here we've got it written Royal Jordanian on both sides, and their equivalents and their language in Arab, I think it is. The Jordan flag, registration, and their logo with this little crown and these darker stripes and this red thing. Pretty cool also. And here we've got Uzbekistan Airlines. This is uniform Kilo 78701. So here we've got the Uzbekistan livery. It's also a pretty cool livery, a pretty different livery from what's normal. A green livery, a green belly, and a green top here with the blue top with the blue engines and blue tail. It's basically their flag implanted on an aircraft. That's pretty creative, right? So Dreamliner here, registration, and the Uzbekistan logo here on the tail. Here we've got the Thai Airways. Here we've got Hotel Sierra Tango Quebec Alpha. Basically copied it from my Thai Airways other livery here on the very end of this long line of 787-9ers, including and also these three here, these three liveries I did on my New Year's special. We are not even on the half of the line of the 787-9ers, but we are already finishing the 787-8s. But okay, here we've got the Thai Airways logo livery. Pretty cool, just couldn't do that much of color matching because we couldn't. Thai Airways logo here, the Thai flag, and the Thai Airways name here, logo, and Starline's logo, the best logo ever. Here we've got Xiamen Air. SkyTeam logo over here, hate it. Even if I flew Delta the past year. Here we've got Bravo 2760. Pretty cool livery also. I copied it basically from the Xiamen Air that I did over there. So yeah, basically a cheap copy of the Xiamen Air livery. Yeah, I pretty much copied most of the liveries from my old liveries here. Here we've got Royal Air Maroc. They are flying out to Brazil. Also, they returned after the pandemic, and they are now flying to Brazil. But will not change that much for you guys on exterior countries that are English speakers. But for me, it's just so cool that they are back. This is Charlie November Romeo Golf Charlie. Maroc flag there, the Royal Air Maroc name in their language. Also here in English, Royal Air Maroc in their language, and Royal Air Maroc in English. Yeah, Green stripe, red tail, red red area here, and their logo with their little star and this little thing here and this red going from here to here. Yeah, pretty strange this livery also. Here we've got Royal Air Brunei, or only Royal Brunei I think it is. This is Victor 8 Delta Lima Delta. Um, Also a very gray tone belly, pretty cool. A yellow tail with their RB on their tail, on their logo, and the little crown here. Registration here Royal Brunei and their Royal Brunei on their language. Also here on the other side, right? Here we've got Biman Bangladesh Airlines, another airliner that was on the tail end of this line, so I ran back there and came back here so I could do this livery. That's Sierra 2 Alpha Juliet's uniform, basically the same Biman Bangladesh livery that I already had on the 787-8 Niner. Even if you don't speak Portuguese, it is pretty cool that you see the 787 Niners showcase, so I can spend a little bit less time here on 787-8 because I don't want another half an hour video, okay? 787 here, the red and green stripes that divide here. Biman Bangladesh on their livery, on their language, and Biman Bangladesh on the other language here. Biman logo here, and also the tail. It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty different from what I see normally. Here we've got El Al Israel. Here we've got 4 X-ray Echo Romeo Bravo. Basically same El Al livery that I've got there, but a little bit shortened to make into the stubby 787-8 Dreamliner livery here, registration, and the Israeli flag here on the tail. Also another tail that was beautiful, that got to be beautiful, right? Another new livery, Air Japan, that will also have the 10 that already disappeared here. This is Juliet Alpha 801 Alpha. Air Japan written here, Air Japan logo on the tail, registration. There's J's, some, I don't know what's that supposed to be. They are some J's for me, and this little orange logo, orange things on the logo. Here we've got Air Tanzania, yeah, Air Tanzania 5 Hotel Tango Charlie Golf. Basically here we've got our Tanzania logo, the spirit of Tanzania, I think it is. Also here the same thing, the Air Tanzania engines are blue, another rarity here on the 787 have painted engines. I don't know why, it's a rarity. And their logo is pretty cool because it is a giraffe on the middle of the tail, so pretty cool that. Here we've got the unfortunate Azerbaijan Airlines that suffered the E-190 crash, unfortunately. But okay, right? We've got Victor Papa Bravo Bravo Romeo. So here we've got Azerbaijan written here. The blue livery with the blue wavy livery that goes all the way through the fuselage. Blue engines, another rarity for the 787s, and their tail. Also couldn't do my best job here, I was already tired of doing liveries. Here we've got Iraqi Airways, Yankee India Alpha Tango Delta. So Iraqi Airways on their language, and Iraqi Airways on English. This blue, this green shades of. We can't have more than one green shade on normal livery, so we can do the door details. So yeah, it's pretty confusing livery here because we couldn't change the green shades here. But yeah, pretty unfortunate. And the flag ended up being almost the same as the Egyptian flag. So I could adjust like little dots here to make their flag, right? So I could do that, but no, doesn't it's not worth it. And for the last livery of today, no, actually not the last, not the last, because I will show a little bit of the 787-10s because I will not do any showcase on the 787-10s. Okay. For the last livery here, we've got the A4s, A4 Alpha 4 Oscar Sierra Bravo. Okay, so an Oman Air livery also needed to shorten it a little bit here, a little bit there, but it ended up good. Okay, Oman Air logo there, Oman Air logo here, and it's a strange livery that I hated. I just don't like the Oman Air livery for doing Minecraft. Its visuals are good, but for doing it, it's a pain in the ass. That's that's the best definition I can do it. Even if it is a bad word, it's the best definition of that. It's a pain in the ass to do that livery on Minecraft, as it is for Vietnam there, for Norse, for Jetstar. All those liveries are, I can't do it without like taking hours to, oh no, I don't want to do it, and blah blah blah, stuff like that. Basically that it's basically when I get to do some of those liveries like Xiamen, Thai Airways, and because I am doing almost all liveries that operate the 787s, I like even when I reach an airline there, like Air New Zealand was, for example, my first time doing Air New Zealand for 787s. And come on, I don't want to do it, guys. I don't want to do it. Oh no, I will need to do it anyways, because it's the first. Because I need to do it. Also, Aeromexico, that I never did it for any time. Air China, actually China Southern. Actually, the 787-8 livery is the only a special livery for the 787-8. So yeah, pretty bad. Turkish Airlines also. It's an airliner that I didn't want it to do because of this little flower on their tail. Jetstar didn't want it, even if I was paid to do, because it's a pain in the ass to do it, to do all the curves and blah blah blah. Etihad livery. Etihad livery is the worst one ever because they are so much little squares. Like, why the hell would you do that, Etihad? Why? Why? But I was able to copy. This is one livery that is in progress yet. Etihad livery. Here on the 787-10, we've got already the United Airlines Evo Blue livery. That is the November 12/10 Uniform Alpha. No Uniform Alpha. No Uniform Alpha. Starline's logo here. Evo Blue livery as always. The Continental livery here on the United 787-10. This one comes to Brazil like crazy from Chicago. This is November 12/03. No Uniform Alphas, please. Starline's logo, United, and basically the same livery as the 787-10, but a little bit extended so we can fit it here. And another new livery for 787, that is the Singapore Airlines. First time doing it for 787s. And the cool thing is that their flight track fairings are red. They have their red zips, right? So it's pretty different from what's normally a Boeing aircraft. Like we would only find those on a A350 or so. So yeah, when I finish the 787 saga, probably gonna do or A330 or A350s. I am planning more to. I am sending more to the A350 because I've got lots of friends. A friend that loves the A350. I've got one A350 model here, and I just want to see an Aeroflot livery to do the Russian accent. To do the Russian accent, to do the Emirates livery, and do whatever liveries, the JAL livery, the Qatar Airways, including I know a pilot that flew for Qatar Airways the A350s. So yeah, I would love to do the A350 next time for the Minecraft here saga. That was basically a saga of mine to do the all deliveries possible, just to sit here and do deliveries. So yeah, thanks for watching, for hanging out with me today. Leave the like, subscribe, and share this channel. Ring the bell. Share the channel with your friends that love aviation. Thank you and bye bye, guys.